Hey, I'm Todd. Thanks for watching my video and do all that good YouTube stuff. Share it, like it, hit the notification bell, thumbs up, subscribe, all the things that you do. Thanks for taking the time to watch my video and saving some money perhaps. I also invite you to check out the links in the description for some long-term savings with the stock market and checking out the links for either E-Trade or M1 where you can save and trade fractional stocks, or Webull, which is usually giving away a couple free stocks for just depositing $100. So I strongly invite you to invest in your future and check them out. Thanks, and let's get to the video. 2013 Dodge Ram 1500 series rear disc brakes, replace rear brake pads and rotors, jack up the vehicle, protect yourself right here on the pumpkin. You can lift up both sides then. First of all, you probably want to break the lug nuts loose. If you don't have air tools, break the lug nuts loose. Probably 21 or 22 millimeter. A turn or two, then jack up the vehicle. Use safety stands, protect yourself. Lots of good metal underneath here. So, then you get the vehicle off the ground. You can take the tire off the rest of the way. Ooh, bright light tires. And you see this brake rotor, brake caliper mounting. Already started on this. Actually, two 10 millimeter bolts, or two bolts in the back for the caliper. Lefty loosey, which is always facing the bolt. Then is left to loosen, counterclockwise. Right to tighten. It's clockwise. So take these out. And I like to get my screwdriver in here and pry, and that'll hopefully collapse the pistons. It won't be as easy as that because of course it's already done. Then I can collapse the piston in here so it's collapsed, ready for installation basically of new pads. And we can also check our slides. So we've collapsed it basically, so you can see this sits on here and this sits down here like that. So be aware of that when you're putting it on. So it's going to drop in first. When you put it together, it's going to drop in, then you're going to go up. So this is off. Again, I've already started on this. I'm going to check your slides. Nice and free. But you'll see them moving when you're collapsing your piston. You could also use a large channel locks or C-clamp and compress it all the way down. Don't want it dangling by the ABS wire or the brake hose. The brake pads come out a little easier when they're worn out. Then we just have our bracket. Check out the hardware. But there's a gap here on the outside, not here. Hello. And we got two 21 millimeter bolts here, which we'll take loose. Again, all bolts left to loosen, right to tighten. Little blue Loctite on there. This comes off. Emergency brake shoes are back here, so it might be a little tough to get it on and off, but it should come off. So there they are, not bad. I will say this truck is from British Columbia, Canada, so they do seem to be a little rustier up there. Someone's done a nice job of spraying some black paint over it to cover up the rust, but there you go. So on each side, and it's opposite, there's a plug here for a little adjuster wheel. You get a screwdriver in here and turn that little wheel. Oh, I plugged it up right. We'll see you the other side. There's the black plug right there in the middle. Pop that plug out and you'll see the same adjuster. Pretty cruddy right there. So you can turn it and that'll open up or close right here, making it easier or harder to get the drum off. So if you're fighting it, you can turn it. And if you find out that suddenly your wheel's not turning, you went the wrong way and go the other way. So I think you want to, I think it wants to go this way. So there you go. If you're having problems getting it off, hopefully you won't have any problems. But if you do, there's a wheel to turn for the emergency brake shoes. So your rotor's off, your shoes are off. That's really it. Give it a little cleaning and we'll start reassembly with the new parts. Alright, so we got these pieces. They're just friction fit. They go on here. Pretty much as easy as that. New rotor. So this is a fully coated rotor for rust and all that kind of stuff, protection. So Ray Bestis comes right out of the box. Just install it, good to go. But otherwise, if you have metal, it's probably got an oily coat on it for rust protection. So you want to wash it off with some warm soap and water, both sides. Basically the whole rotor and inside drum area for the emergency brakes. Just wash it all with soap and water, and then you can towel dry it or paper towel it, dry it. Should be good to go. This is a 1500 series Dodge. We'll tighten these to 142 foot-pounds. Alright, slide these in here in the back. They're out talking out back. Got time to wait. Did put a little lubricant on the contact points. And you may find it easier to put the brake pads on the caliper before you remount it. Certainly go ahead and give that a shot. And then we can drop the caliper on there. So you can pop the slides out, just push them out, and they'll pull out. Put some lubricant in there, good to go. May need to push these back when we're mounting it because they're going to catch on the back bracket. So just need to be aware of that. If you're having problems, make sure these are pushed so they're not hitting the back. The piston needs to be collapsed just a little bit more. I'm going to grab my channel locks and get just a little more collapsing out of it. Surprisingly easy, but very nice. Always want to start the bolts by hand. I have to do a little jiggling to get them started, but for me, these kinds of, this setup on the Dodge is more susceptible to stripping, so it's even more important to do torquing, or at least not over tightening. So we'll tighten those down, and that'll be the rear brakes. These are 22 foot-pounds. You put the wheel on. Torque specs 135 foot-pounds for the 1500 series. And tighten them in a crisscross pattern as tight as you can get them, and then drop it so the tires are just touching the ground so they don't turn, and then tighten them down 135 foot-pounds again in the crossing pattern, and that will be replacing your rear brakes on your 2013 another model year's Dodge pickup truck. Or Ram pickup truck. Not sure when the transition was. 1500 series. Good luck to you. So here's the master cylinder for the Dodge Ram. Easy peasy cap here. Screw on, screw off, dot 3. Got a minimum down here, maximum here. Probably see it's right at the maximum. So we've pumped the brake pedal 5 or 6, 7 times to set the calipers all in place, and we are good to go. Just keep an eye on this. Brake fluid can peel paint over time, so don't want to avoid spilling if you can. Overflowing, use a clean rag or turkey baster or something to suck it out if it's getting too full when you're collapsing pistons. And just use dot 3 brake fluid as needed to top off and make it somewhere between minimum and maximum.